Okay, I have 7:30. We'll call the meeting to order. Will the clerk call the roll?
Mr. Chapman?
Present.
Mr. Forbes?
Present.
Mr. Ward?
Present.
Ryan? Absent.
Okay. Discussion and possible board action vote on 2020 high school graduation date and protocol due to the coronavirus restrictions.
Okay, there's been a lot going on in the last few days, and really, all of it is kind of tied to this. I don't know if you've paid any attention, but the OSSAA has been trying to determine whether we are going to have summer athletics and things like that, and not to go into that whole story, but they set out a protocol, and then their board voted it down, and then for a while it looked like everything was wide open, and then schools kind of have come back and said, we don't know that we're ready to be wide open yet, and it almost looks like we're going back to the OSSAA protocol. So the reason I mention that is because it kind of ties into some of these decisions, because everything is connected in a way. I've been trying to look at what other schools are doing, and also, you know, other guidance we're getting from our departments. And so just to let you know, I mean, we're still formulating, and I'll tell you more Monday, because I'll have a piece in the notes there, but we're formulating exactly what our opening is going to be as far as trying to do a little bit with athletics this summer. It does not look like we're probably going to go to any camps or leagues, which we kind of hate, but we're trying to do what's best for our kids. We may start allowing them to come up and do some outdoor activities, and then in a week or two, following OSSAA protocol, maybe even start doing some weight training with making sure we're doing cleaning in between. So we're working on those things right now. But the reason that I tell you that stuff is it really all tied into this decision that we're talking about today, because again, I think they all kind of tie together, and it even goes back, you know, we don't vote on this part, but, you know, I had said we would think about the idea of prom, and so we tentatively scheduled another prom on June 13th, and truthfully, it's a very difficult decision, but I'm of the opinion right now that we need to cancel prom and probably not try to do that. As I've talked to other schools, there's very few. I know of one that's still trying to have it, and they're not 100%. And there's probably some out there that I'm not aware of, but I'm really only aware of one that's possibly trying to do it. And so really is more just, and that decision kind of came, in truth, had we had camps and we're doing those kinds of things athletically, I would have said, you know, that kind of ties together. If we can do that kind of stuff, we probably ought to consider prom as well. At the point that schools, and it's not just us, schools overall are canceling those kinds of things, it made sense to me that prom would go into that. There will be some people disappointed with that. I'm disappointed in it. It was something that I wanted to be able to do, but in my opinion, I don't think that's our best course of action right now. So that's my intention for that. Now, that being said, getting on to the piece that we do need to vote on, because it was part of the calendar and we said that we would vote on, we set a tentative date of June 20th for graduation. And I've been on phone calls with area superintendents yesterday. I've had Mr. MacArthur calling around some, and I do a statewide Zoom meeting with state superintendents. And then also, I mean, we get this email blast that just has newspaper articles that deal with education through the state, and every time there's one that says something about graduation, I've been reading it. And so from what we're determining, most schools, and there's quite a few area schools that are holding graduation in June. Manford is holding theirs, I believe Oilton is, I believe Cushing is, and they are intending to go ahead and do that. And so that's what I think we should do at this point. And I see graduation as a little bit different. I don't have all the specifics yet, and what I'd like to propose is that Mr. MacArthur is putting a plan together, and that we have that plan out by this time next week. So that would give our community 2 weeks to know exactly what it's going to be. I believe we will probably look at having the prom outside at one of the football fields.
Graduation.
I'm sorry, thank you. Go back away from prom, we're talking about graduation. I believe we would have graduation outside, probably not in the event center this year. We may need to, on Monday night, pick a secondary date, like the next day if we would get rained out or something like that. So I will try to have that stuff ready, but I'd like to propose that we have the have the graduation, I'm talking about too many things here, still on Saturday night, June the 20th. Probably at Billy Vessel Stadium. We've even kicked around the idea of trying to do it right here, and there's some reasons for that. So I don't know which it might be. Also looking at the idea of our students possibly being up in the stands and having them split apart, and then that gives us a great deal of room to spread people out on the football field. We might very likely might not even set up chairs, would have, have parents and visitors bring lawn chairs and be able to do it that way. So it would be a different type of graduation, but we would still be able to have it pretty close to normal, and I think we could make it something special and something that they wouldn't forget. So honestly, this whole week, I haven't known exactly. I knew I wanted to have the graduation, but I was wanting to get guidance from other schools as well, and I feel pretty comfortable that there's not a lot of schools that had planned graduations, at least in our area, that's postponing them. Most of them are going on and trying to have them in June. And so, to recap, I'm going to get word to Mr. MacArthur that we don't try to schedule prom for the reasons that I mentioned earlier. And then the part that we need to vote on, I would like to propose that we go ahead and plan on having graduation on Saturday, June the 20th. We will have it outdoors. I don't have all the specifics at this time, but I would get word out, and we may send a letter to graduates, but we would get a call out again at least by the end of next week on exactly how that looks, and we would try to have some precautions in place. As well as I do, we can tell people to social distance. Some will do a better job than others, so we'll see how that goes. But as far as our students, and up in the stands, I think we can try to do that, and we can try to mitigate some of those things. So that's what I'm proposing, and that's what I think that we try to do to have a graduation ceremony for our seniors and try to go ahead and get it done in June.
Okay, I'll make a motion. You haven't quit anyway. You got any questions, Rick?
My position is, as long as we did it outside, it would probably be just fine.
Thank you.
We need to monitor the numbers, though, because there is an uptick of numbers now that everybody's trying to get back to normal. But I think outside it would be fine.
Well, I certainly would hope this wouldn't happen. There's always a possibility that 2 weeks from now, if things go south, we've got to get back together and say, whoa, we're postponing. But I would hope that wouldn't happen. We decided a month ago that we would get together today to make a final decision, and so that's the best that we can do. And again, listening to other guidance from other superintendents, I believe that's what most area schools that had a June graduation is planning on doing. They are still planning on trying to have it outside. So, we'll continue to hope that we don't have an uptick and that that we continue to move into phase 3, and that from the governor's reopening plan, and that those things happen. Obviously, if things go negative, we might have to get back together. But as of May the 29th, that's my proposal at this point.
I think so too. I'll make a motion to schedule it tentatively for June 20th and go from there.
Seconded.
Got a motion and a second. Call for a vote.
Yes.
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 Okay, motion passed. Okay, we need one more motion.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Seconded.
Got a motion and a second. Call for a vote.
Yes.
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 Okay, motion passed. Okay.
We will have, as we're ending